Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. I am back. Today we're going to take a look at Kirby Star Allies for the Nintendo Switch. This is Kirby's first venture into the HD world, and what better system to do it than the Nintendo Switch? I mean, that's all I seem to review nowadays, but it's because it's such a great system. So many great titles have been coming out, and now we got our first Kirby game. And there's one question that we need to find out. Does Kirby suck? So that's why your boy 8-Bit Eric is here. So let's begin today's video, shall we? So Kirby Star Allies, as I mentioned, is the first game in the Kirby series on the Nintendo Switch, and I believe it's the first core Kirby game that we've seen in quite some time. It's a cute, charming, quaint, colorful, vibrant little game that has you control the pink little titular character as he embarks on a quest to save the world. Honestly, if you've played a Kirby game in the past, this game plays just like any other one. The controls basically are the same, unchanged throughout the years. Kirby sucks his enemies, you could copy their abilities, and you could even float, and that's pretty much it. But the core game mechanic with Kirby Star Allies is that you could basically friend enemies that you run across. So you can have up to 3 people in your party. You venture across the stages, basically defeating enemies and solving puzzles, which this game did do the puzzle solving stuff pretty neat. Your frenemies, I'm going to coin that phrase, the frenemies, basically will help figure out how to pass certain situations, such as, you know, using an umbrella or lighting something on fire to shoot you out of a cannon. Different varieties of ways to solve and complete these levels, and I thought that was actually pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure if this ability was previously in any other Kirby games, because to be honest, I'm not a Kirby fan. I never really cared for the Kirby series, so Kirby Star Allies is honestly my truly only experience in the Kirby franchise, and this was a true litmus test for me whether or not I would really even consider this game being worth trying out. Now, I know there's a lot of Kirby fans out there. If there wasn't, Nintendo wouldn't make as many Kirby games as they do. It seems like there's at least a Kirby game of some form or fashion, whether it's a puzzle game, a racing game, a corn game, or a core game, or a yarn game, or whatever you want to make it. There's always 1 or 2 Kirby games that come out either on a console or a handheld, and this was this year's so far. And I gotta be honest, the thought of being able to use friend abilities, making an enemy your friend, was pretty cool. But the really cool thing I really appreciated about it, and I got it wrong in my demo review, I reviewed the demo a while back, was I said there was no local co-op. I was wrong. Local co-op is amazing with Kirby Star Allies. You can use your friends in the game and in real life to help you complete the levels. Yeah, all you gotta do is just hand them an extra Joy-Con or a controller, and they can control one of the other players on the screen. And I gotta say, the local co-op makes this game much more fun. I'm not a big fan of playing games by myself unless it's a real in-depth experience like a Super Mario Odyssey or a Skyrim or even a Breath of the Wild. But Kirby Star Allies is perfect for playing with somebody, especially younger kids. I gotta say, this game had not too hard of a difficulty. I had like up to 40 lives and didn't even die once playing through this level. And yeah, there's about 4 worlds. They have about 6 stages. There's a lot of extra stages that you can unlock throughout these worlds. But overall, the difficulty didn't seem too hard. And I don't know if that's a thing with Kirby games or not. I was hoping for a little bit more of a challenge, but Kirby Star Allies really isn't that hard of a game. And I can imagine playing with other people, it not being much harder. In fact, I would be like, okay, this is kind of easy. So I don't know, maybe this is a game that would go perfect with playing with your kids or your little brother or sister if you have siblings. You know, hand them a Joy-Con, they can play with you, and then you have 2 other people on screen helping you out. But back to the main mechanic of the idea of having people on screen. I mentioned that you use different abilities and stuff to help solve puzzles and stuff. Some of your friends on screen can actually power up your enemies, light them on fire, or make them electrical, stuff like that, and it actually powers up your attack, and that's kind of cool. And then there's segments of the stages where you get into like a friendship circle and you just run over everything. You can make bridges and all sorts of variety of different things. These segments happen once in a while though, so it's not like it's oversaturating the game. When they happen, they're kind of neat and kind of cool, and everything is incorporated in the level design. I don't really think that these levels are too complex as far as the design goes, but for the segments that real cute and charming stuff happens, it is pretty good. I gotta say, it is a solid title. But unfortunately, I feel that they played it safe, because to me, this really felt like it didn't do anything really innovative aside from the, I guess, the co-op and multiplayer mechanic and having the enemies being able to be friended. I feel that they played it safe when it came to keeping it true to the Kirby series, and I don't know if that truly is a bad thing or not. This was not a bad game by any means at all. I just feel that it was treading safe waters, like not really going above and beyond to provide a really good experience that was memorable. And now, it's not a bad thing, it's just something that I would have liked on what is dubbed as Nintendo's current HD system. Something that brought a little bit more to the game, especially when we're getting so many great titles. We got the Splatoon 2s, the Breath of the Wilds, the Super Mario Odysseys. You know, I wanted this Kirby game to be something that was real special to me, and I just feel that they didn't send it enough. They played it safe. It's not a bad thing that they played it safe. I guess, you know, you work with what you can. However, I was a little bit let down. I had some high expectations for this, but it was no means at all something that affected my enjoyment out of the game. I just kind of wish that it was better. It's still a good game, though. Seriously. Don't let my opinion on how I felt about them bringing something to the table affect your thoughts on getting this game or not. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun to play, and it was fun while it lasted. Even though technically Kirby does suck, guys. And that's something else I wanted to touch on real quick. When I said Kirby sucks, he really does. He sucks his enemies up and takes their powers. Duh. I can't believe that went over some of y'all's heads. But we're getting a little bit off topic here. As far as other gameplay stuff you could do, amiibo supported. So amiibo support actually helps unlock helpful items in the game and additional illustration pieces. Yeah, there's puzzle pieces littered throughout the stages that you could unlock and uncover, and you basically, it's kind of like what's on the 3DS and stuff. So there's a little bit of collectible stuff in this game, but the experience played it a little safe, and also I will say it felt a little short. There was like full world, 6 stages, extras. The boss fights, while entertaining, weren't that challenging either. Overall, I felt this game was really, really easy. And I wish that there was something a little bit more oomph in it. But I will say, I was really impressed, for the most part, with how the game looked. This game was beautiful, it was colorful. It compares to how Super Mario Odyssey was. This was a real joy to look at. And it was a nice fun. It was a nice game while it lasted. It just felt a little too short for me. And I'm going to be completely honest, I'm still not a dead set Kirby fan, but this was not a bad game by any means at all. It's a solid title for the Nintendo Switch, but I want Nintendo to throw something more out there with their titles coming up. I want them to just suck it to me. I want them to give me an experience that I'm never going to forget. Zelda was there, Odyssey was there, Kirby unfortunately felt like a filler title to me. But that's because I'm not a Kirby fan. And I don't want to go ahead and stay long-winded anymore. Is Kirby Star Allies worth checking out? You bet your sweet ass it is. It's a little pricey, I think, for what it offers, but it is a solid game. If I was to rank it, I would say it's at least a 7 out of 10. It's passable, it's good, it's a lot of fun. It has local co-op. You can play with up to 4 people at once, so I will say that does benefit the game a lot. This is, if you want a game that you can sit down and play with people that actually has a real fun, charming experience, then Kirby Star Allies is where it's at. And now, guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the review. Thanks a lot for watching and for all the support. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to smash that like. I love you guys. Comment down below what you think about Kirby Star Allies if you've played it. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Feliz Navidad.